What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm finally going to reveal how much it costs to get my Evo to the point it's at right now. So I'll go down every single item that I have done to the car, starting from the front to the back, and then I'll go into the interior as well. So let's get started. To start it off, what I paid for the Evo was actually $42,000, and I think I overpaid a little bit and the salesman got me, so there's $42,000 just to start it off. To start off with the front end, I'm gonna start off with the front lip. I got that off of eBay and it cost me $82. Next is the ETS 4-inch intercooler with the piping. That cost me a total of $1,757. If you guys remember my previous set of headlights, they were quad projectors, 2 on each side, and the parts for that cost me $600. I'm going to include that in this list because it was on the car for over 7.5 years. And the current headlights, the VLAN headlights, cost me $398. That wasn't as bad considering they look this good. To light up the VLAN headlights, I had to buy Morimoto H7 bulbs, and those cost me $48. I did have an extra couple of ballasts, so I'm not going to include that in the price. And now let's go to the hood. This is a VIS Terminator hood, and this hood cost me $650. Normally the MSRP is a lot higher, but I got a hooked up price. We're gonna stick with the bumper still, and the final part of the bumper is the quick release. I bought this quick release off of Etsy and it cost me $120. Next, we have the Sabon 10mm wider fenders. This cost me $700, and I bought the fenders with the hood because there was a little accident where an apartment complex accidentally dropped a gate on my hood and ended up denting my hood, so I had to get those replaced. We're still on the front end, but I'm going to include the front and the rear Cusco strut bars. The rear and the front cost me $507 total. Alright, so the next couple of parts that I'm going to be adding to the list is all the cob parts that I have before I started this YouTube channel. So this cob access port cost me $495. Cob intake, $165. And I also got that K&N intake filter refresh kit, which was $16. Cob EBCS, $115. Cob downpipe, down there somewhere, which cost me $255. Fuel pump relay for $14. Cob 3-inch catted test pipe, which is $325. Cob stainless steel catback exhaust, $1,195. Even though I'm not running these anymore, just like the headlights, these are 4-star F14s, and they cost me a total of $900. I bought them used, so might as well include that in the list. The current rims that I'm using are Ray's Graham Lights 57 Accelerate Pro. I bought those for $1,200 used, and what's holding those in place are Muteki lug nuts. Those cost me $37. And behind the rims are 1-inch spacers. Those ended up costing me $54, and I only did the front two. I'm not sure if you guys can see that well, but those are Godspeed coilovers. Those ended up costing me $740. And as you guys can see, these rotors are definitely not stock. These are StopTech rotors, and I also got the brake pads from StopTech as well. The total for these were $671. In one of my more recent videos, I did the stainless steel brake lines. Those were $150 for the front and the rears. Surprisingly, this is one of the mods that I didn't really want to do, but I ended up loving. These are the APR carbon fiber side mirrors. These little things ended up costing me $338. This is one of those mods that I did way before I started the channel, and these are the window visors. These cost me $120. The Rex Speed Vortex generator costed $167. Now we have the Mars taillights. I think this is one of the most aesthetically pleasing modifications you can do. It actually does make the car look a lot newer as well. These cost me $495. If you guys were watching from the beginning of my channel, I did have a different wing slash spoiler. It was a carbon fiber Evo 8-9 lookalike wing, and that thing only cost me $100. But this APR 67-inch wing, it ended up costing me $1,500. I did also get this at a discount because I found a shop that was selling it for a little bit cheaper. What we have here is the Optima red top battery. This thing cost me $217. You guys can also see the rear strut bar from here. Now for the interior. So let's start off with something small. These LED lights, these ended up costing me $11, which was pretty cheap. Next, we have one of the more expensive modifications. That is the carbon-tastic steering wheel. This thing cost me $1,299. Even though it did cost a lot, it does make the car feel so much better. Another mod that I highly recommend that you get is the WK short shifter. This thing costs $480, and it does also change the whole feel of the car. Look at that, the shift is so short. Next, we have the WeatherTech floor mats. These things are definitely a lifesaver and make it so that you don't have to clean your car as much. So excuse the dirtiness of them. These things cost me $150. That's for all four. Then we have this gigantic Tesla styled head unit. This is a 12.1 inch and it cost me $670. I did also buy a rear view backup camera, but I haven't installed that yet, and that cost me $28. One of the smaller costs was the cabin air filter and cost me $10. I also did buy an OBD2 Bluetooth scanner. I'll take it out for you guys. This thing ended up costing me $115. I do have other things for the Evo that I have not installed yet, and I wanted to keep these a secret, but it's going to be revealed anyways. So here are two other things that I did buy but have not gotten a chance to install yet. They are ID1050X injectors, which cost me $520, and a WTF flex fuel system, which cost me $400. So the total for all of the parts that I got for this car so far is $17,814. If you include the price of the car itself, the total for this car that I'm driving here right now is $59,814. So with the price that I just gave you guys, it's not including all the tire sets that I've used and all the oil changes that I've done. So if you guys do plan on buying an Evo, it is a bit expensive to modify it, but it's that much more rewarding when you see the whole progress of your car come to the point where it breaks necks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.